Hello, everybody. Starting earlier than normal, depending on what time zone you're in, it's Fates United. Only a week and 30 minutes, just a little behind, you're fine. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry.
Always worth the wait. It's okay. Hey, guys. Super excited to be back. We have a new sound bot, so I do apologize for sound levels. Especially because that static, I don't know what that's from. Hold on. That's weird. Cool. That's a new thing. All right. Anyways, we're back. Technical issues are abound. New robot, weird stuff happening on OBS. But, actually, I'm hearing a lot of static. Are you guys hearing a lot of static, or is it just me?
I mean, I'm not hearing it, but you guys are hearing it?
Check, check.
I hear it, yes.
Check one. Check two.
You get like a
I don't hear it any. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
hear it anymore.
That's
but
weird. Huh. All right. Well,
fine.
your boy's going to be DMing and technical solving behind the scenes on this one as normal because I can hear it again. Don't know what's happening. That's going to be extremely frustrating for me. Yeah. Rachel, I think it's you, unfortunately.
She's
no,
muted
it's still
though.
going on.
Yeah, I muted
thought it
her.
was me.
No, I muted her. Okay, anyways, we'll figure that out later. So, hi, guys. Bardicdice, Fates United back. We will check the audio and figure out what's going on. But, super exciting. Guys, we have a lot of stuff going on today. Welcome back. We're going to be going on to episode 34, Giant's Bane of our game. But, before we start, we have some announcements. As always, if you guys want to check out some variety streaming, positive streaming on this channel, we support each other. We have a whole lot of fun. I randomly, at the moment, have a weird gaming schedule. But, is it social or socials? See, guys, I'm a little rusty. But there you go. You can follow all of our socials here at Bardicdice to figure out what kind of content we'll be doing. We have some fun stuff coming up. But every Thursday we do Fates United here on this channel. We'll be streaming Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. We got Destiny going on, which was a whole lot of fun. We like to make people laugh like Deely, so it's a whole bunch of fun. I love you guys so much. It's gonna be great. Speaking of which, so Kena Bridge of Spirits just came out, and your boy just made Epic Games partner, I guess, with them. It's a supporter creator partnership. So because of all of your support and how many people have followed us on Twitter and here on Twitch, now if you guys want to buy anything on Epic Games, you can use the code Bardicdice to help support the channel, which is really cool as well. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for giving us a platform to be able to do good for other people. I have a lot of plans going around in my head, and everyone knows that I like to make plans, and we'll see which ones actually come to fruition. But I have a lot of big stuff that I really want to do, and possibly I'll announce it when I decide to do it. So that being said, we got that going on. Guys, if you like catching us every Thursday for Fates United, we're doing a second campaign. DiceAntics is going to be presenting a whole second campaign on Wednesday nights, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which is the Dungeons & Dragons 5e brand new campaign module that came out in the Feywild. Super excited. We have some amazing players in it. We have Deely's gonna join, Angie, Sassy Fire, we have Silent Legend, we have Literary DM, and we have BTD RPG. I forget his name, Nick. I forget his code name because I usually just say BTD. But it's super exciting. Look out for more information on that. But we'll start that October 13th. So 2 weeks from now on Wednesdays, same time as this, 7:30 p.m. So a double header. This one's a little bit more casual and goofy. And then when Fates will continue on Thursdays. So I'm super excited about that. Also mentioning a third campaign, City of Mists. We are going to push it back to January just because a little bit of conflicting schedules and just with everything kind of coming up with the holidays. So look out for that as well. We have our wonderful female cast. I'll be doing City of Mists, a one-shot coming up in January to try out a new RPG system. Whew! So yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. And then we also have, of course, Speak and Zora on Sunday. So we're going to give you all the content you need during the week. But I think we've delayed enough. As always, let's get into our player intros.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Deely. Hi. I do art on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of D&D stuff. But yeah, hoping to get into the game, mode, but I'm still trying to figure all that out. So, anyways, follow me on Raphaziel or Deely Spears on Instagram. I'm mostly active on Twitter now, though, because, but yeah, you guys are awesome, and thanks for all your support on my streams. It's been really fun, so I super appreciate that. And yeah, come chat and chill. It's super fun, and I like hearing about all the things. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Perfect.
I'm afraid to talk. Because you said that I have static.
It's okay. Just a little bit. We're doing fine.
What? Why? I don't know what to do. Okay, well...
It's fine.
Someone
It's not that.
messaged me
It's
about
not
it.
that
Okay.
noticeable. It's fine.
Okay. Let's try to be muted. Okay, hi. I'm Rachel. /Pip. And I stream on Marquee Gaming along with Marquee. I stream art on Mondays at 3:30 CST. Sometimes it's commissioned, sometimes it's just like self-indulgent, like I drew a billion outfits for my Jedi character last time. It was a good time. Yeah. So, yeah, it was really fun. So yeah, come hang out with me then. I also am starting to stream video games, which is pretty exciting. So, I've been streaming Dragon Age Inquisition, which is like my favorite game ever. And so you can come and hang out with me on Saturday nights at 7 CST.
She always chooses the best non-elves too. Really great.
I will. I may have started a game that wasn't an elf, and then I switched to an elf. Elves forever. No shame.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, come hang out with me there. It's gonna be fun. And in this game, I play Anais, a ranger/cleric elf. Well, look for that. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. The end.
Perfect. Going down to the bottom half.
That's right. It's my turn to talk
I was like,
because
hey.
I know exactly where I am in the order after a week and 30 minutes. Haha.
It's a thing going around tonight,
It's good
guys.
to see everybody. It has been some time, but we are glad to be here. I missed being here last week. It was unfortunate. But we are all back together again. To play again and to enjoy time. I am still, and always will be, Deely's husband. And
Aww.
I play Kahurangi, the Kalistar fighter in our group. A man trying to figure out what's going on. But I think that's where we're all at the moment, to be honest. And put in a plug for everybody, Rachel and Deely. And I know everybody who shows up here and does all those work to... Everyone here in the community does tons of work. I really wish I could keep up with it more. I feel like I'm at work doing stuff, and then every time I have like a small break and I take a look, I'm like, everything's blown up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? It was kind of fun the last week. We got to have the argument over cereal. Is it a soup or not? That fight is still raging, I think.
Don't worry, before I go on vacation this weekend, I will be dropping a bomb in the general chat tomorrow, so I'll let you guys have fun with that.
You know, I think we should... Thanks for letting us prepare mentally for this.
See, that's what happens when you come and watch Fates United live.
Yes, you get the warning.
Yep.
Whereas if you watch this 2 days later or something on YouTube, you're going to get the warning late, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, if I would have known this, I would have been prepared for this moment. So, that's me plugging. Come watch us live when you can, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Pass it on to Mark.
Hello, I am Mark of Marquee Gaming as well.
Woo.
So Rachel, myself, stream there. And yeah, this Sunday, we're back with Beacon's Aura, our D&D campaign with Pink playing in it. So 2 o'clock CST. We'll be there. Come enjoy the chaos and the fun and the fallout and everything that's going on.
You're muted.
Hope to see you there.
You muted, Rachel.
I said we're beacon toddlers now, not
Yeah,
beacon
they went
babies.
from beacon babies to beacon toddlers.
Well, we've grown up now.
Yep, they're getting there.
We
They're
like
taking
to-
their
We're like
They're
the
running
kid
now.
in Oaksfoot. We grown up now. It's good.
look at them go. So yeah, hope to see you there.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much, all of our wonderful players. I just wanted to quickly shout out to all of you in the community for supporting us in our journey here. That being said, we do have a wonderful, wonderful big surprise coming up, revealing in here a moment, and it was all brought to you by Deely and John. So, players, switch over to the stream. We'll be right back, starting tonight's game of Fates United.
Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides, corrupting all the good inside. They will travel the hard way, igniting light through the untamed. Wilderness won't disguise the elements sent to destroy the fragile weave of destiny. Just one of the many evils sent to break the world. Protect them as legend unfolds. Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides. Bring light to where evil abides. Come on, roll the dice. As heroes take the fight.
Y'all, we have an intro song now. Thank you so much to Adili and John for supporting that. And also a shout out to Arcane Anthems for making the song, and Literary DM for helping us edit and animate that. Yeah, so Wes from Arcane Anthems. We're so excited. It's amazing. We'll replay it at break as well for anyone who has missed it. But that is going to be our new intro going in for every session going forward. Special shout out to Deely, John. Thank you guys so much. Just even working with you for the past 6 months to make this happen has been like absolutely mind-blowing and insane. So thank you guys. That being said, the pull of threads have begun, and we enter back into this game of Fates United. The old man, our narrator, standing over and watching the river bending through Organia. The sky upwards of the wintry clouds billowing with snow. Leaves have fallen off the trees in this land. The Centaurium recently struck through and decimated, left rebuilding with the nearby town of Rosewood by some sort of corruption, darkness, manifestation of a monster. Luckily, this world, as the Ancient One, created 8 affinities. These affinities, in turn, have given their powers over to chosens to rise up every generation. And in our generation, we have Makai, Anais, Kahu, and Zachary, that we know of so far, rising up to confront and push back the tides of corruption. The old man continues to sit on a log, and he pulls out an old book. Zachary, you actually recognize this book, though this book has pages left blank from when you found it. As he opens it up, he begins to scribe of the journeys and details of our chosen. Concurrently, after having left the Centaurium, and traveled to Oaksford. Our chosen has sorry, I just had an ad pop up on my screen I've never seen before. Yeah, get that out of the way. That's no, we don't want that. Our chosen Zachary was able to be reunited with his sisters. Vicarious through their efforts and through their intelligence and ability to help confront against the darkness has helped Vicarious recover from his lack of spells and some sort of frightened block of being able to cast normally. Our chosen's now heading to Solisterum, the hometown of Anais, that's seemingly been abandoned, are making their way through what's a town called Giant's Bane, a large castle fortress of a kingdom that sits right on the border of the river that goes through Rosewood and New Organia. A giant dam sits here that protects the water and from flowing through that would have devastated the Elvish Plains years ago if it had not been built. The city called Giant's Bane works with Oaksford, and when the humans will bring up barges of wood that the giants then help carve and then transport out to New Organia. Our chosens have made it through quite a blistery winter storm, but the storm has settled, and though they are still bundled up and walking through snow on up to their ankles, they are just now turning the corner, making it across this bridge that goes over the dam. And let me actually show you the image. If I can get to it. There we go. Of the giant dam that sits over the bridge of Giant's Bane. As you guys roll up, you can see on either side large craters where rocks have seemingly landed. For what reasons, you're not sure. Maybe intimidation? Protection? As you roll up, you can see farms and livestock that are left outside covered from the snow. And then as you get up to the fortress and the front door, there's large booming doors of wood and metal, about 20 to 25 feet tall. There are fortress barricades around this, but they're covered, so it's hard to see if anyone is up there standing or if someone has weapons drawn on you. There's also a area that seems to be covered by roof that extends out from this fortress. That seems to have stables or different areas where wood and other exported materials might be. Maybe someplace where, and it has gates in the front where potentially they drop them off and can be worked upon. As you guys slowly make your way with the carriage, Vicarious and back with the sisters bundled up, his wheelchair kind of off to the side, you all hear beckoning out and echoing from some location. You just hear, "Halt! Who are you?" As it echoes out. I need all four of you to give me perception checks. Hey, he sees everything. Bow, 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 bow. Wow. Wow. Okay. I will say it's not hard to tell. Everybody notice let me take it back. Makai and Zachary, you both quickly recognize that there is a metallic tube that seems to be coming out and that opens up at the end and almost like acts as like a speaker system, billowing out this voice. The other two, you're kind of brought back with the booming epicness of this, where it kind of rumbles across the chest and it feels like a loud, grumbly voice. You're not quite sure where it's coming from, but somewhere up on the front walls there. Of course. Go ahead and give me a history check with advantage. See how much you remember from what your dad has told you. Awkward. Sorry guys. Kept you all on mute. Please ask that question again.
What?
Go, please repeat your question. I had you guys muted.
I see. Hi. I just asked what Anais would know about the city since she grew up very close to it.
Perfect.
And he asked me to roll. I rolled a 20, not natural.
You guys should be able to hear now soon. We'll see if chat catches up.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, with that, you do remember while you were traveling from the plains back here, that there seemed to be a town and marketplace that was along the river that your father seemed to be, speaking of which, that they were in danger, that the elves were at constant war with this town, and that he was trying to establish some sort of alliance, as he was the ambassador of New Organia, of some sort of protection for them and for also Solastirium as well.
A lot to protect them from the other elves. Okay.
Basically, they didn't have any sort of protection against the outwarding of like nomadic tribes of the elves attacking them, just similar as they were trying to do it on the other side.
Okay.
Thank you, Mammoth, for the subs tonight. You are awesome, buddy.
So he was working on it. I don't know if it ever got accomplished or not.
You did. They did seem to have, with Organia's help, build the dam. So it was kind of like a deal that they made, that the dam was built for the usage of New Organia and Rosewood and Oakspore. So as long as they allowed that trade to continue, but they helped them build this kind of fortress, and in turn, helped them protect themselves against any intrusions. Your dad was very much someone that was a part of that, and a part of that deal was kind of where Solastirium had been in conjunction with that. That's about all you know. You never visited there. You're just kind of in passing. You knew your dad was proud of being able to help people by being that ambassador.
Cool. Okay, thank you.
Yep. So, again, you guys hear a second halt where you are. So the carriage kind of goes to or I don't know, are you guys stopping the carriage? The barge is also next to you, Kaho, as you're down near the river. The dam's up at the top, the river's here, and then the bridge comes across.
Yes, I will stop whatever horses I'm working with.
I will
Right them in.
stop the barge.
Sure. You quickly kind of are able to do it. The river's bends underneath the bridge and then seems to turn around and go through, again, one of these covered areas that would go towards the river. Announce yourselves, and kind of bumbles past. We do not recognize you.
I'll step up. The name is Kahurangi Ulad. We are on our way we're on our way through, but we're asked by, what was the name of it? Oakwood?
Oaksford.
Oxford.
Oaksford.
Mhm.
We were asked by Oaksford if we might be able to bring these supplies with us, as they had had them prepared, but they said most of their people are up here assisting, and they needed hands to bring it.
There's a...
They were assisting in Rosewood.
Yes, they were assisting Rosewood. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, at Kahu, you kind of yell back, and with Zachary's assistants kind of whispering to you. There's a moment of silence, and then returning. Leave the barge. Turn your carriage around. And you know that this path would lead the quick way up to Solastirium if they would allow you through Giant's Bane, but to go around would be a long, long way trek back.
Are you guys okay? We hear that you've been less receptive of people. Is something wrong?
You kind of hear like a muffled, I don't know what to answer in that one. And then just tell them to go away. We're fine, go away. And then all of you hear a click. And then coming flying over is a giant rock that seems to land past you on the bridge. Is almost of a warning shot. Leave the barge and turn around. How do we know you are not the same that attacked Rosewood?
Who attacked Rosewood?
That's what we're asking. And then it kind of like, you just hear it go silent again, and I'll handle this. And it's a brighter voice kind of booms out for a second, and then up at the top, a door seems to open, and a large figure, shoulders and a large head, but with very elegant, kind of like one of those like bard hats with the feather, and kind of fluffed up circular the neck piece with the vest, and it's kind of striped down. Let me get back to it. There we go. You see a silver and black monocle on his right eye, blue and a white overvest shirt, and purple and gold sash that reads the Herald of Giant's Bane. Oh, my apologies for my escorts, our guards' malintentions and manners. But we are fine. Leave the barge and go your merry way. Indubitably.
We wanted our merry way to go to past Giant's Bane though. Is that okay?
I need all of you to give me perception checks.
That's a 20. 26.
Nat 1.
Oh.
Nice. You're like, oh my gosh, that's a giant. Zachary, what'd you get? 4?
It is big.
That's 4.
Just an eyes.
Zachary, you're like, I've never seen a giant before. Cog, what'd you get?
12.
12. Something's
Make I don't care.
off about this as you're looking. And you're kind of like squinting in. Makai, I'm actually going to private message you something. Actually, no, I can't because it's... Yeah, no, I'll private message you something real quick.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
this voice continues to boom out, seemingly still through the speaker system, though even though it's like standing here, kind of like the imagery above you. Whispers. Okay. He then presents to you and continues forward. Well, unfortunately, Giant's Bane is closed in the most recent events. I do not recognize you from Oaksford, and I do not even know who you are. I am the Herald Darnell Franz. But again, you have all received warnings. Indubitably, we are happy for the barge being sent, but the warning shot and our fellow friends are ready for battle, and they would like to turn you away, especially that you are in the League of Elves, unfortunately, if you do understand.
Hi, my name is Makai.
You guys can actually hear Bricarius snickering a little bit in the background, too. But
Why are
yeah,
you laughing?
you're doing great. You're doing great. Yep.
Okay. Does it make a difference if I'm chosen of the moon? Just
You see him kind of turn around and be like, hold please. I'll be right back. and it closes for a second, and you can actually hear the speaker mute. But you can just barely, especially Makai with your natural 20, hear a bit of fighting.
I am Snoopy.
Yeah, you're very Snoopy, and you can just hear over the winds. You hear, I mean, they said they're chosens. That's good for something. And then someone else going, what, did you say elves? Elves? And then a third and fourth voice of, absolutely not. You know the rules in Giant Bane. That's for our own protection. Tell them to go away. I do here agree with that, and you have been outed 2-2, so. Heralds? I have conferred with my fellow members of the council, and you will be turned away. I am so sorry.
I get whoever's near me gets a poke, probably Makai if she's been talking more.
Mm-hmm.
She signs. Tell him that I'm related to Kellum.
We have someone who's related to Kellum. Do you know Kellum? He was an elf. He was a good person.
You hear in the background, oh, Kellum, let them in! And like, right. Kellum, you say? We haven't seen him in ages, of course.
Yeah, he's gone, unfortunately. But that's why we're trying to get back, because his daughter here, we need to go home to pay
Move
respects.
aside! And you actually see this image of the herald move, and the face and large, massive head of a older man with like eyebrows and puffs of hair that seem to be everywhere, and a kind of a long beard and small little monocles at the end. He goes, "You say you're related to Kellum?"
Wave.
Yes, she is. She cannot talk, but she can sign if you know some sign. But I'm speaking for her.
She signs. Tell them I can write in giant too if they need.
She can write in giant as well, if that helps.
I lean over to Anais and I'm like, you know how to speak giant?
You
I say, me too in giant. I give a thumbs up. Stand back up.
nice.
I like smile at him.
The herald kind of takes back over. He's like, this is my job. Thank you. I don't know what you said down there, but we have conferred. If you could prove yourselves to be chosens, then you shall enter to have a moment with the council.
I just use sacred flame on the on the ground in front of.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it through your weapons at all?
I don't know. I was just gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna do mine through my weapons.
Okay. So Anais, sacred flame, and you hear, oh, Makai, and you. What are you doing?
I'll use one of my smites.
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
So you turn.
And hopefully that'll activate it. I'm not sure, but
you turn to one of the stones nearby, and Anais, your forehead image doesn't seem to glow. But Makai, as you activate your smite through the weapon, you turn and smite the rock, and the rock clean cracks in half and breaks open. Maybe a little bit more powerful than you were thinking. But suddenly the image on your forehead glows, a bright moonlight.
is this proof enough for you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a chosen. Well then, your intentions are just to pass through then, not to cause any issue, yes?
No, we don't want to. We're really tired and we just want to keep walking, apparently. So, just going on through.
Well, in the customs of Giants Bane, I as the Herald do have a tiebreaker. I vote that they enter in, and you just hear, fine. Only into the center view. Well then, we'll see you then, shortly. Pleasance, please come forward.
Sounds good.
And he closes it. You guys eventually, as you Are you leaving the barge tied up there at the bridge, or are you bringing it in? What's the plan?
Who's the barge person?
Sorry. Yes, I will tie it up to the dock because I don't
Okay.
know where else to bring it.
Sure. Yeah, you're able to walk it over, and there's a little like dock area you can tie it up to. And the rest of you are going up towards the kind of the doors with the carriage and all that. Is anybody
Yeah.
wanting to do anything or discuss or anything?
Vicarious, why are you laughing?
Oh no, that was wonderfully dealt with. Yes. I think we're all going to enjoy this pleasantry. Great. Anais, I'm very proud of you for talking about Kellen. I think that was the way to get in, actually. I was letting you all. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up. Slowly, as you guys hear clickings and clanks of the door starting to unlock, you can hear from behind it these large footsteps that hit the ground and almost shake a little bit.
Can I sign something to Meikai as we're walking?
Sure.
I just want to sign, like, kind of subtly, like, hey, remember, we don't want to necessarily say we're staying in Solstice.
No, right. That's
Yeah.
why I said we're just going through.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
Making sure.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, Liv. That's too...
It could just be like, why are the people gone? Oh, they're gone, now we're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So, as the doors slowly creak open, you see a Zachary, and you can specifically see a chain and gears and workings on this door that seems to be very much mechanical. It's not just like a bar being opened. This is a very mechanically unlocked and then opened door. And what it does is allows you guys to enter in to walls on all three sides and another door going forward, almost like a stopping point in between the city where you could continue forward. You guys roll in?
Yes.
Yep.
As you do, and you look behind you, the back doors slowly seem to close again. Zachary, you hear Iris and Katrina be like, Zachary, are we okay?
Alright, I'll take care of you.
They're not gonna crush us, are they?
They better not.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
told you,
not
Zachary will get them if he does, so we're fine. Right, Gary, you'll be fine, don't worry. Just keep an eye out. It's quite a show. Rangers jumping up with Meikai and trying to see what else is going on. And as you guys all enter in, from all four sides, or well, two in front, two on either side, you see the Herald, again, large and booming, his shoulder and head leaning over this wood. Four giants on either side of you. One is a female, very skinny and well presented, a tight bun and glasses. A third, younger one, the one that you had seen with the poofy hair that seemed to have recognized Kellum's name. The Herald, and then a large older man with more of a frumpy, big boned body that seemed to be looking at you with very much disdain.
Tall are these people?
Like
we say giants, what does giant mean?
So it's hard to tell because these wooden walls go up about 20 feet. But then their shoulders and head seems to loom over about another 7 feet from that. So you could
Just their head
assume...
and shoulders?
Yeah, you can give me another perception check. Actually, I'll give you all four of you another perception check.
I was gonna say I wanted to lean over.
We'll let them do a perception checks real quick.
Yeah.
One.
Anais, they are like 30-35 feet muscular. They're huge.
Guys are
18.
giant looking at them.
What'd you guys get?
18.
18. Kaho?
7.
7. Kaho, you're like Wow, I've been around Goliaths. These are huge. I've never dealt with a giant before. Mikai. Zachary, you definitely noticed something off. There's something shimmering about them. Mikai.
I'm gonna lean forward to Zach and then I'll also do that to the others, but just be like, I think it's an illusion.
This was perception, not insight, correct?
Correct. So,
Okay.
the herald kind of... You can halt there. Welcome to Giant's Bane. This is the Council of Elders. I, myself, as the herald, just represent a tie-breaking imagery, of course. Though your intentions do seem to be true. Just know the laws and rules of the city are strict for our protection. You should understand, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Of course.
you guys definitely
We
look
just-
like you're well protected.
And
Oh, we are. It's really the most protected here. It's really enough. Thank you, peasant. Great. And the woman just
you
kind of...
guys,
Yes. What are your names? You say you're chosens, and yet you have not pronounced your names.
oh, I already did. My name is Mikai.
I did as well. I'm Kahurangi.
Yeah, he did too. This is Anais and
Zachary.
Bracharius. Yeah.
With Anais' name, just... Anais, the young one, is that you?
She nods.
Where's Kellum? Where is he with you? I do not recognize. And you do see Bricarius now, seems to kind of maneuver himself to be visual. And he goes, Gerbis, my old friend. Hello. It's been quite some time. I know the circumstances are quite difficult at the moment, but maybe if you'd let us in, and we can reveal to you some of the ongoings that have been happening to us, I think that would be quite of some aid. Oh, yeah, of course. Let them in. Well, that's not as easy as that. We all have to agree upon it. Yes, I do think all of us are going to not quite be as welcoming. What do you have to offer to us, your Giant's Bane?
We just want to walk through, so
We brought you the lumber.
yeah.
A nice signs for someone to say, it seems like you guys are in trouble.
Oh, in trouble, I mean, I
Shut
wouldn't...
down the city.
What kind of trouble would you think of us to be in? Being well fortified, well built for battle of the
The type of-
giants.
Trouble that makes you want to not leave and be cautious.
Or use illusions.
I told
And
you
you'll
that
watch
Anais
people.
is that Callum's family is very smart.
Yeah, we're like tiny compared to you, so why are you
Seemingly.
afraid of us?
Seemingly.
You see the one that that Bricarius recognizes Gerbis begins to laugh, and so does Bricarius a little bit too, and the other ones go, "It's not a very funny joke. Now that you know everything, just let them in. It's fine." And the herald goes, "Oh, splendid! I love meeting new people. Let them in. Open the doors. We have visitors." And the other two seem quite annoyed, but in front of you, the doors open, and suddenly the four giants shimmer and disappear. As before you, as the door opens, and you guys can cart up a little bit or walk forward, are standing before you four halflings that seem to be shimmering, and there's a stonework and almost a prism of light. And Zachary, I need an intelligence check. Actually, anyone give me one, but Zachary, I'll give you an advantage on this one.
16.
13.
Honey,
Nice.
Do I get proficiency in this at
Sure.
all? Or
Yeah, I'll
is-
give you proficiency
Okay.
with your study of the
Uh,
gems.
So that would be 18.
18. Okay. Anybody over a 15 can see that this is quite a mechanically inclined town. Looking through, there's pulleys and systems and doorways and chutes of water that seem to go everywhere. But there's some sort of device that seems to be refracting mirrors and these little gems of light. You almost consider it like a projector of sorts, which is quite strange in this world. But you have seen illusions, you have seen projections of light and shadows upon things. But before you is standing 4 halflings that all seem to bow, and Vicarious goes, yes, sorry I didn't warn you ahead of time, but welcome to Giant's Bane. And the herald again bows to you.
Bane.
And it just bows to you and goes, of course, again, my name is Darnell Franz. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I am herald of the city. Ambassador of sorts, though I haven't been able to do my job lately, so I'm very excited. The squeaky one, who is actually the shortest of all of them, bulbous white hair. Yes, Jebus Havilton, but I want to hear more about Anais and Kellum. What's happened, Bracarius? And the other ones are like, there are things first, and my name is Shivan Berry Patch. Thank you. I have a pronunciation guide that Sips gave me, even though I messed it up already, but that's okay. And then the other one, yes, Thomas Bubbleshoots is my name. Pleasure to meet you. Apparently the secret's out, so you're not going to tell anybody, are you? This is for our own protection, of course.
We'll tell everybody. If we knew anybody.
That's her way of saying no.
Oh, splendid.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
That's what... Okay. Right, Carrie's just like, okay, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, we're chosen, so we're trying to keep people safe, not make people be in danger.
Well, I think that is splendid. Well, come on in. It should not be of any issue of you. You are our guests. You are welcome to come in. You are chosens, of course. And all 4 of them actually seem, with different sets of curiosity and emotions, start to now recognize the images on your forehead. And Jervis himself seems, oh, the chosens as well. I knew it was a special family. I was been telling you the whole time. Kellum has been my bestest friend. He's the reason we're here. You should treat them as royalty.
I do have a question.
Of course.
I was hoping for giant-sized food here. Is that not around?
Well, the portions are small, but it keeps on coming. Look at that one. He eats all day. And
You know, that is fantastic. That is just as good.
I hope you're ready to give like 7 buffets worth of food to Kahu.
I'll pay for it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And with that, the larger one kind of perks up a little bit. Pay, you say? Well, my apologies for being so rude before. We are a trade town, of course. We have many, many items of inventions, of trade, if you wish. Or if it's just passage, I'm sure we could come to an agreement of a taxation. And then quickly, oh, stop, I'll pay for that passage if that's what it takes. You bumbling idiot. Well then, now that this has been settled, I'm going to return to my chambers, and you all can have fun with our guests. And again, she kind of just gives you all a very condescending look before turning and walking away. Oh, but where my apologies, again, the herald, let me at least point you around town. And quickly, as far as a tour of the town, as they point out, he kind of puts his hand up backwards to where you came from, and he goes, of course you've already seen the Ivy Bank and the millstones, of course, to keep our secrets and ourselves protected with the humans and some of the elves that have begun to trade. Any times the trade comes in, we keep it under guard and protected, and then we have the harbor set, of course, and within this is called the Three Fields. And he's like waiting for someone to like laugh or anything, and he realizes you guys. Right. No, see, that's funny because back in the day we were really only 3 houses and 3 fields. Not to mention. Yeah, of course. Thank you. You're right.
Nice.
Totally, yes.
I do have a question.
Of course.
Is this place called Giant's Bane because everybody else is a giant? Or did you actually kick giants out when you took this place?
Oh no, it's just now everyone thinks we're giants. It's great, isn't it? I came up with it.
Seems like it's like a play. I kind of like it.
It's a play on words. Thank you. You get it. Oh wow. Yeah. See, bards these days, they're not really very popular in town once people have heard what we have to do. But visitors love my jokes and songs, so thank you. I appreciate that.
You have visitors?
Well, we used to. Not so much anymore, unfortunately.
Doesn't that get lonely?
It does for me. But, no. And the larger one just goes, it's the way to protect a way of life. You wouldn't understand the elves, and he kind of looks a little bit disdainfully down on Ananias, have spent years picking off our trades, attacking us. We've had to bandwagon together. This fortress is the only protection we've had, and the only way to protect a normal way of living.
Maybe you feel like you have to do this because you don't make friends with people who can be there for you.
Aye, we have all the friends we need right here. 174 strong.
So you must know everybody's business.
Oh, yes, well, actually, it's probably not him that answers. The herald was like, oh, it's quite a small town.
What happens if you get into trouble and you don't have people to turn to?
We keep the trouble outside of the gates. You don't plan on bringing trouble in, do you?
No, but we got attacked by elves too who flew. They could just fly in over the walls.
True.
And
what are you going to do in that?
He kind of points up, and as you look forward, there are like large, I forget what they're called, but the ballistics or the crossbows that are stood up there that seem to be for a giant, but seem to be mechanically being able to maneuver kind of like with a pulley system and shot from. And then there, as you can see, there's also a, gosh, now I'm blanking out what the name of it. It's like the slingshot thing that you proteges. And that's how they actually threw the stone to make it seem like it was a giant throwing it. So they seem to be well fortified against attackers and things like that. And of course, you have seen our illusionary magics. All we need. Though I really shouldn't be getting a lay down from someone that lives in a city up in the sky. Now, should I? And you notice it's not really condescending way, but it's that noble, like, of, like, almost this piety of, like, trying to one-up the other one.
I mean, I'm not in the sky right now. I'm here trying to help you.
I believe you were all just seeking a passage through. Not the case.
Yeah, we just wanted to keep walking.
Then
Nice
please go on ahead.
Nice signs. But is there a reason why you've been more secluded than usual? What's
There's
going
a
on
reason.
for real?
You're afraid of what happened to Rosewood.
We are not afraid of anything, and you do notice you've cut quite a cord with this one. Was saying that we are well protected here. I do not understand. If you mean to say that you're going to bring anything of that sort to this town, then you can go on your way. Gerbis, I leave them in your stead. If they get into any issue, it will be your responsibility. And he waddles away. Definitely a big waddle.
As he leaves,
Waddle.
I'll kind of shout back, like, I'm not here to make you feel like you should be ashamed for being afraid. We're here to help you.
We are not
If you are
afraid. And then Jervis kind of, oh, I'm really sorry for my compatriots. It's been a tough go lately, actually. I do apologize. they're a little stuck up in their ways of traditions and sorts. And you see him, he's like talking to all of you and looking at you, but he's like slowly walking his way over and like eyeballing Anais and like, what, you know, like, you're taller than me now.
Can I stride try to get that guy who walked off real quick?
You said what were you going to do with the guy walking off?
I want to try to catch up to him real quick.
Sure. Yes, what do you need?
I'm going to hand him 5 gold and say, taxation for all passage. But please, if you do need something, I'm sure a business arrangement can be figured out in which we would be more than happy to assist. That could be mutual to multiple groups.
Not that we need help, but if you all stay for the night, we could all discuss business matters if you wish.
That would be appreciated.
The Herald will put you up somewhere, I'm sure. Just kind of waves off a little bit.
I appreciate it. I walk off. Walk back to the group.
Cool. The Herald kind of just bows to you, Zachary. Goes, now, I recognize a music player when I see one. What college are you from?
Kind of self-taught right now.
From the College of Life. Huzzah. Well then, please come, let us get out of the streets. We've sent the workers for the barge that's taken care of. We will make sure to return anything with the barge with the monetary for Oxford later. Please come in. The tavern, drinks are on me, food is on me. Get out of the cold. We have a splendid crew here, we really do. And Jervis is kind of like, yes, come on. Oh, precarious. Oh, what did you do? And he's like poking his legs a little bit, and he goes, like, there's another one grabbing the wheelchair for him. Your sisters are terrified, Zachary, by the way.
Yeah, I'll go get them.
They went from like giants to these little miniature things that we don't know what's going on, and they're terrified right now. Zach, where's the giants? What's happening?
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What Jervis or whatever, have I met him before? He's talking like he has.
You don't seem to remember meeting him. No.
Okay.
Just tell them to stay close to me. There are no giants.
But I thought we saw some.
Yeah, those weren't real.
Really? It looked pretty real to me.
You know how like sometimes you can look out a window and sometimes you can see people behind you? It's kind of like that. They just made themselves look bigger.
Really cool. Okay. And like Iris seems really like, oh, okay, now I'm interested. Katrina a little bit more sketchy and kind of like, Cool. Do you guys do anything else, or are you kind of just letting them walk you into the tavern?
I'm going to the tavern. Food sounds great.
I'll just follow. Yeah.
Perfect.
Piloting a barge for like a day and a half.
You guys, as you walk through the town a little bit, many of these halflings, and it's all halflings in this fortress, are all looking at you in wonder, and some with smiles and delights, and a few others are like, keep going. It's very much, they're definitely not used to seeing visitors recently. But you can see like almost like a farmer's market, and over on the side a library, and a smithing side, and a woodcutters, and it's very culturally trade and outdoorsy and things like that. And you pass by one sign that says the barracks, and you can kind of see a few like guards like sleeping underneath it that seem to be obviously haven't done much lately. You see a place called Smith's Greens, Sneed's Seed and Feed, the 6 Markets, and the Three Fields Guild Hall. And then below, as they bring you up to it, is a tavern that seems to be called the Dancing Stone. And as you they walk through, it's a very open circular kind of tavern. Kahu, you're gonna have to duck a little bit through the door, but once you're inside, You're almost close to the top, but yeah, you'd be fine. And in the middle is a large circular stage, possibly for dancing or performing, but it seems to be quite lively and colorful in here. Though there are scattered people kind of grabbing drinks and meals here, and up front is a halfling with kind of like a barkeep, kind of the rag over his shoulder, a longer kind of braided brown hair, and he just goes, "Oh, hello, welcome, whatever you." Oh my! You are a tall one. You sure you're not two halflings standing on each other, are you?
No, possibly three though.
Oh, he's funny. That's funny. That's great. You're gonna have to go on stage tonight. What kind of drinks would you all like?
I'm probably not the best for that one. What do you have
What
to
do
drink?
you have?
Well, we have ciders, we have ales, wines, pretty much anything you get from the surrounding cities.
An apple cider sounds fantastic.
Of course, cold or hot?
It's cold right now. Hot.
Wine, please.
Zachary, you just kind of hear a little tug, like, I want hot cider.
Yeah. 3 ciders here, warm.
Zach's probably having a tough time with the height too, because he's just like 2 inches shorter than Kahu.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely anybody over like 5'5" is having a big issue here. Yeah. So he kind of
having a big issue.
slowly brings you kind of stuff, and Bardicdice says, "Wine for me, thank you very much." And Jervis and him have kind of been going back and forth, kind of discussing, and you kind of just a nice.
I wanted to try to listen to him. Yeah.
I was gonna say you've been like
What did you want?
eyeing over, and he's kind of been retelling the story of kind of like what happened to them, and Jervis, "Oh, why? No, please say it's not so," and like just this really heartfelt, like they obviously have some sort of kinship, though it seems like it's been a while, and kind of just going through the story of not too personally with what's going on, but just kind of the Centaurium and attack. Now they're chosens, and we're looking for safer harbor, essentially. But yeah, you guys all get seated around, and the herald is, sitting on one side, and Jervis kind of sits up next to Bardicdice as you all kind of sit down. He goes, "Well, welcome to Giant's Bane, then. What can we do for you, I guess, is the question."
I think some food and a chance to rest our feet for a moment would be plenty appreciated.
Of course.
At least for me.
Of course.
And who's talking right now?
Uh,
Sorry,
the-
all the
It's a
halflings
lot.
are confusing me. Yeah.
Yeah, this
What-
is
who's-
Harold, Darren, Franz.
Okay, and then we just have Jervis and that Herald with us right now,
Yep.
right? And everyone else left.
Mm.
Okay.
I
got it.
purposefully have scattered
I
some of the
know.
NPCs.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you want to talk to me again? Fine, I'm leaving.
Please don't make me play 5 NPCs right now.
Oh, I will. It's just that it's going to get confusing for people.
Um.
Can't wait for the carnival where there's going to be like 20 NPCs and 200 people there, where I got to just keep them all separate.
Oh my gosh. Anais will sign. Well, if we can help here, if something's going on, we'd want to, but we also wanted to see if anything happened to Solisterum. We heard everyone's gone.
And I'm
Can you do
guessing
anything about it?
you're having Bardicdice kind of talk to you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's about the same time that we have kind of closed our borders. We stopped hearing from your father, and Bardicdice yourselves even. I sent messages, and Bardicdice kind of returns, I do apologize. It's been quite the hard time. I've been going through a lot of things. Jervis. Well, of course, no, understandably. Yes, well, I mean, of course, we have been quite secluded, as you will, ever since your father did help us create this township in the first place, about, 10
He
years.
helped you create this?
Oh, he did about, what was it, 13, 15 years ago now? it was his negotiations with New Organia that established the connection that we were able to make to create this town. We were being attacked much by the barbarians of the city, but that is when we heard more things happening in Solstium that kind of perked our ears a little bit, and between that and the just increased attacks from the elves, we decided to close our borders. And then, of course, just recently, this seemingly attack on Rosewood has many of our elders spooked. Which I'm sure you can understand.
Oh, more raiders from elves lately too?
Of course, yes, it seems lately, ever in the past 2 years or so, just increased attacks from the fields. I believe they're getting more desperate in the drought, of course. I mean, nothing we can do, but fortunate for them. Just many, I'm sure you can understand, and the Herald kind of just, many of our people have lost family members. They've lost their livelihoods, their homes, and had to retreat behind the walls. You can understand their tenacity and their discouragement of the elves here. No offense, of course. I mean, you two are elves, but not the same as elves, you know. You just look at whatever. I love the Herald.
She just nods. She doesn't seem offended even. She just kind of seems like she gets it.
Let me find.
So it was
go ahead.
Rosewood's attack that made you shut down the city completely?
It's been pressure from half of our council to close down for a while now, but that seemed to put the nail on the coffin. There's been word from a movement of sorts. Bracaris, I don't know if you can speak of this, but there was word that that one of the elves in Solstium had almost began a religious movement. But, you know, I don't know exactly what happened of them. They kind of went quiet, and any of our recent messengers there went... They said they was completely abandoned ever since we stopped taking communication.
Started a religious movement?
Give a name.
Oh, yes.
Are you talking about the cult?
Well, I mean, a cult's a little strong of a word. And Bright says it's a cult. It's white, it's lightest, correct? I believe that's what they were calling themselves. But Arendil, I believe is her name, was the one running things there. Very much an influential. Even had some of the halflings join. It was quite an ordeal.
Some of your people joined?
Well, they seem to be sympathetic of their cause, but they haven't returned to the city, let's put it that way.
What is their cause that they said?
They just spoke of being able to save the lands and rise above the tyranny of, you know, of humans, and just the more political habawash and, you know, just same spouting that the elves have done for long times now, ever since the Great Divide, you know. But we have always stayed neutral with that, as you know, and we don't subscribe to any.
Or at least most of you don't, if some actually joined, right?
Some of the outliers believe that they would have more freedom, I assume.
So when did that start up in Solstium? That must have been recently.
What would you say? And Franz kind of turns it. I mean, yeah, I'd say 6 months, maybe. Been quite recent.
Was this while I was still there then?
Mm-mm. How long have you been gone? Been longer than that, hasn't it?
You.
4. Oh, hold
You've
on,
been
sorry.
2 months at Centaurium.
2 months.
So
or
how
3
long
months
were
at
you out?
Centaurian.
Or 2? It was the end of the second one, right? It was the second
Were
skirmish.
we 2 or 3 months at Centaurian, Mike?
Yeah, 3 months, but then weren't you in the
I
desert?
was at for 2 months.
Yeah.
So
So
that's 5.
okay,
So I would have been there.
3 months. It was after
It
you
started
left.
3 months ago.
It was after.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's what I just wanted to make sure.
Sorry,
Okay.
in my head I was thinking 8 months that you had been gone. I thought you said you were gone for 8 weeks. Yeah, 2 months.
8 weeks.
Yeah. I turned into 8 months in my head. Sorry.
No, yeah, you're good.
But yes,
Sorry,
it was
yes,
it.
the clarifiers.
All of this was after what happened to you and after Bricarius had left,
Yes.
and after Connor's death.
After his
specifically.
death too, because Connor had taken over leadership, but okay,
This was
interesting.
going with timelines probably shortly after Connor's death.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
You good?
So Arendelle is not the cult. So Lytus would have been the cult, but they say that the cult's leader was a woman with gold, I believe they said, the Arendelle.
Mm-hmm.
Gold markings.
Yeah, I remember hearing about her, I think.
And
So when did you stop hearing from them completely?
it was about 3 weeks ago, actually. It seemed to coincide a little bit too closely to this attack. Which I'm glad to see that you are all okay. Were you involved with that? Bricarius was saying you were at the Centaurium. Oh, I'm sorry. If it's something you don't want to talk about, he kind of looks around at like everyone going real quiet at the table.
We were there.
The herald kind of just, a little more details. I might be able to come up with a little ballad for you if you survive. Okay.
Nice
Nope.
kind of looks. And Nice was like looking between everyone to see if they were going to talk, and then she just signs. A lot of people died, but
My
People that
condolences.
were close.
The corruption attacked. And
There
hurt a lot
wasn't
of people.
anything to celebrate any sort of bravery or anything with, so no ballads.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's another reason why we stay so isolated. It seems to protect us a little bit from corruption. There have been every so often attacks through the river, but none that seem to any sort of consistency of power.
If you do want to write a story or song, it should be about
Now you're saying.
how the numerous races work together. I mean, we had all 4 of us. We had Tritons. We had humans. We had a bunch of people.
You see him like
together.
taking out a quill, and he's like, "Oh, just what? Tritons, you say? Splendid.
To protect Rosewood.
Triton, Stiton, stallion of the Triton. That could work. All right, so keep on. Yes, more. With the elves, of course,
I
you're
do
an
want
elf.
to
so-
interject a small
Yes.
note here. The Triton really loves his fish jokes, so I'm sure if this ballad ever came out, he would love to see those interplayed in.
Oh,
somewhere.
what's his name?
Carlos.
Alas. Weird name. All right. Interesting. Triton. Yeah, and he'll be like, the whole time he's like now sitting there trying to rhyme Triton and Rosewood and attacks, and seem to be trying to write a ballad now.
I mean, it showed the strength of people coming together from multiple backgrounds.
Together. That's a weird one. Yeah, I'll work on it. United, maybe, but like, I'll work on it. We'll tabletop it.
work when people are watching him. He has to be alone.
Of course. He's actually, you actually see him like stand up, and he's like walking around the room now, like thinking, and no, that's not it. And he's actually like kind of going off doing his own little thing. And he left with Jervis at the table.
And I said, so how long are you guys planning on shutting down completely?
I
Not
don't,
like this is going away anytime soon.
not quite sure actually. I mean, we'll see shortly, I guess. I mean, when things start looking better. I mean, just having Chosens arrive, I think that's inspiring. Maybe you could show and continue the relations that your father has established. And anything you guys need from me. Oh, my son runs the store. I mean, we have many items if you need, and it'll be all on discount on my behalf, of course, if it assists you with any needs. Where are you going, if you don't mind me asking? Are you just traveling through?
We have to travel to lots of places to see who needs help.
Splendid. What amazing, courageous people you are. The land will be better for you. I know it. Friends of Callum and his daughter must be amazing. Because you said Karanji, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And I'm so sorry, your accent betrays me a little bit. Makai?
Makai.
Makai, my apologies. And I don't remember if I got yours or not, young sir.
Zachary.
Splendid. It's delightful to meet you all. Oh, and you two, what are your names? And he turns to like your sisters, and Iris is kind of like, Iris is my name. I'm a chosen sister, so that's pretty cool. The other ones, Katrina's still kind of hiding behind you a little bit.
This little one's Katrina.
Katrina. Well, let's see here. I got it. And he reaches into a bag. It's a little bit of thing I've been working on. And he pulls out 2 journals with a bright red phoenix on the front. Now, you write whatever you want in there. And when you fill it up, poof! It goes up in flames and there's a new one totally blank and free for you. Just don't write important things in there.
I just nudge Anais.
I know, Anais is like looking at it, and then she signs or write very important things there that you don't want anyone to see.
Burn book.
Hey, if you have a good memory, I don't though.
You happen to have another one? Because I think she could probably use one.
He's like looking through the bag. Back at the store, maybe. Sure.
She just like
Oh, hush, hush. It'll be free on the house, friends of Kellum. He goes, I am sorry to hear about that.
She signs, how long did you know him?
Oh, for some years. I mean, he seemed very preoccupied with his research, but once he helped us establish here, we helped give him supplies that he needed at the volcano site.
She signs, did you relocate here then after the divide? Too?
Most of us were actually already
Yes.
here. This is our native lands up here. Mountainside and the top of the plains at least. But that's when the Great Divide happened, unfortunately. That's when a lot of people were displaced and wars and battles of land and resources happened. But that's when we gave up Solstium for your father and for your Vicarious' family and all that. Are you gonna plan on going through? I do hope everything is still good there.
I guess I'll sign. I want to at least check and see if I can find any remnants or signs of where to go next.
Well,
It helps to hear what happened at least a little bit. No one went up there? None of you?
we sent a few people, but by the time we did send them, it's been abandoned. Lots of places burned down, actually. It almost seems like it was abandoned in a rush, quite honestly.
Like an attack happened, or
Not quite sure. It didn't seem. I'm not very investigative myself. I'm not quite sure. It seemed more like your covering your tracks, if you're to be honest with me, but Vicarious kind of looks a little interested and worried.
So no remains or anything?
Oh,
found?
no, nothing like that. No. Seems like it was just abandoned.
And certain buildings were burned.
Most of them, actually.
And I just looks like she's thinking.
But that's just what I've heard. I mean, I didn't go there myself. That's just what's been brought back from some of our hunters.
When some of your people joined Lightus, how did they get there in the first place? Did this Arundel, did she come to you?
No, there were pamphlets and heralds from their own that came here and spoke to, and it seemed to be of some sort of trade of writings that were left, and people left to explore it, and we haven't heard of them since. Very convincing, though. Many of these
You
were
have one?
sort of exciting. No, nothing I've seen. I think the council have got rid of them for fear of... What's the word? Mutiny is not the right one, but of disturbances of the peace, if you will.
Unrest.
Unrest! Thank you, kind sir. But you all are welcome to stay here. We have plenty of shops. We have night's rest for you all. And don't worry, I mean, if there's anything we can do to provide you supplies as you go, if there's anything you need from us, we are always here.
There's nothing you need from us.
Honestly, I think if you just continue doing what you're doing, you're going to inspire a lot of people. That herald over there is going to be telling lots of stories about you.
Is he a good storyteller?
The best, actually. Just don't put him on the spot. He has to write it out first. Really bad if it's on the spot.
That's fair.
He ends up plagiarizing people if it's on the spot. I tried to do this toss a coin song. It was reused over and over again.
Huck a coin to somebody out there, and we will see what happens.
That's perfect.
The herald's just, keep your day job. Alright, okay.
I plan to.
What do you all do? Speaking of which, I mean, you're chosens, but that doesn't mean that's what you enjoy. What are hobbies of yours? What have you come from? What is your goals? Anything I can assist in that with my tinkering?
I don't know.
Splendid.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could figure that out while you're here.
Mikai's not laughing. She's just sipping her wine.
Yeah, maybe I'll get my sister settled in. Do you have a spot for them?
Do you guys have marshmallows? Iris asks.
I just look
No.
at her like,
There's a little bit of a mischievous look in Iris's eye.
Iris, you don't need marshmallows.
I mean, everybody needs marshmallows at some point.
See?
we just don't put them on people.
Why would you do that?
I didn't put them on anybody.
I don't know. Anyways.
Anyways, rooms.
Oh, of course. And he turns to, he looks over and he goes, Mr. Rosebottom, look, rooms for everyone on me, drinks, food, all of that. Splendid, yes. Sure. We got plenty of vacancy, not many visitors lately. Don't know why his voice went real dark there.
I hope that you have a lot of food. He eats a lot.
Good to know. We'll get everything start cooking.
I appreciate it.
If you're wondering if you should prepare extra, prepare double that.
You just kind of see him excited for a little bit. He's like, oh, I've been waiting to butcher that one for a while. Don't worry, I got this. Really excited cook that hasn't really cooked anything extravagant in a while, so.
I think I'm even more excited to be here.
Just like, I don't know why, I just had this flash of like Kahu doing like the little miniature eating. Where it's like the really tiny meals and he's just like eating it through.
Those YouTube videos of the hamster meals.
Exactly. Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and take our break now? This seems to be like a decent stopping point. You guys can figure out if there's anything else you want to do or whatnot while you're in Giant Bane. We'll go ahead and take a break till about 9:30. And when we come back, don't worry, for anyone that missed it in the beginning, we will redo our big announcement and replay the big surprise. So hold tight, we'll be back here shortly. And with that, winner of the break, easily Shiv. Amazing. Thank you guys so much for catching with us on the break. Because some of you joined in late and because it's super awesome, we're going to go ahead and replay a little surprise announcement that we've been working on for quite a while. So for your viewing pleasure, and players, if you want, you can listen to the stream.
Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides, corrupting all the good inside. They will travel the hard way, igniting light through the untamed. Wilderness won't disguise the elements sent to destroy the fragile weave of destiny. Just one of the many evils sent to break the world. Protect them as legend unfolds. Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides. Bring light to where evil abides. Come on, roll the dice. As heroes take the fight.
I mean, come on, how cool is that? It's so hard not to sing when I'm playing. I'm like, mute. All of us just like bopping our heads. Yeah, so we've been working on this for like 6 months. Thank you so much to Deely and John for getting Arcane Anthems to make the song. And then once we did, Dee did the artwork and Literary did the editing. So thank you all so much. I shouted you out in the chat. Super exciting. Yeah, so with that being said, there'll be our brand new intro for Fates. And just might replay it over and over again when we need to. But yeah, I'm gonna post this in the Discord, maybe on Twitter if I can get it to work. I don't know if that's gonna work, but yeah, I'll post it so people can jam out to it. That being said, you kind of hear the herald off in the distance. Run, roll the die. No, I don't think that's gonna work. That's not gonna be a good song. Never mind. But yeah, you guys, was there any more conversation you wanted had with Gerbis there, or are you kind of just all going to your own rooms and kind of resting for a while? What is the plan, and what are y'all doing?
So while we wait for food, you're mentioning things about tinkering?
Oh, well, yeah, a little bit, I guess you could say. I'm less inclined in the arcane arts and study as, Bricarius and Callum were, and more of, mechanically inclined. Me and my son do this together, actually.
I'd be interested in seeing what you do.
Oh, of course, yes. If you wanted to come by, it's open whenever you're ready. And the food starts coming out one plate at a time, and it's actually served like family style, like in the middle of every table. Everything's very circular here, and in the middle is kind of like a circular table that kind of gets like sent around so everyone can share and grab off their plates. Definitely seems to be a very close-knit group here. But he's bringing out fresh, steaks and pork chops and ribs and rice and potatoes and vegetables and just a whole lot of foods and different soups and things like that. So there's a little bit of everything on here as well. A lot of hot food for the winter.
This looks delightful.
Oh, trust me. Challenge accepted. If you can eat all of this. And Jervis kind of looking at him like, well, that's going to be a bill, but all right. Yeah.
I do like
Thank you for
challenge.
making it.
Of course. You guys are our guests. Anything else you guys wanted to talk about during this time?
Yeah, I can't think of it. I
Kahu-
feel like a nice
Kahu's now eating.
about
Yeah.
stuff.
Kahu's chowing down. Anything
Fires, like,
specific?
all these plates.
Yeah, anything you guys want to discuss or do? I mean, I know someone was talking about heading to the Tinker's area.
I would probably go see that too.
Mhm.
But for now, she's quiet, seeming to be taking in everything she's learned.
Sure. Well, unless someone wants to do something specific, you guys have a wonderful lunch and kind of continue small talk. Jervis and Darren Franz, who seems to be well deep into a ballad of sorts, trying to figure out rhyming schemes and speaking of different elements of the affinities for you. Yeah, but afterwards, Jervis kind of pipes up. He goes, and you see Jervis could not keep up. His stomach is full, large, and he's like, oh, I don't know how you ate that much, Kahu, but you win. I quit. Give me a Constitution roll. I want to see who bested
I
it.
actually just rolled for Constitution to see how much make I would eat too.
That's amazing.
I got a 20.
15.
Surprisingly, Meikai is keeping quite good pace with you. Not sure where she's putting some of this.
In my pockets.
Most of it probably ended up in her pockets, but just barely, as he's scraping the bottom of a pot and you scoop up the rest of the rice, the cook just looks at you and goes, "Buddy, I'm out. You could really eat more."
I could, but I think you've done fantastic.
You just see him like sweat dripping. He's just like, "Jeez, man." And it was really good food. He did a really good job. But he goes,
My compliments to you, as you can see.
"Of course." He goes,
This was really good.
"Boys, get started on the dishes. We're prepping for dinner."
Do you need help?
Oh, it's my tavern. Come on, please stop.
Okay.
Stop. I mean, unless you want to, but stop. Seriously, you don't need to, unless you want to. And then Jervis like,
Yeah.
"Just cut it out." Fine. And I'll get working on the dishes too, I guess.
I mean, it helped reduce the bill. I did that all the time on my travels, so.
Jervis is like, "No, you're not doing dishes. Please come with me though if you guys want to check out the store." And eventually you guys get brought over across the street to a little bit of a marketplace called across to the marketplace, and a store that seems to be changed over from like a old farmer's market type of thing, and now reads the signs Sneeds, Seed, and Feed, formerly known as Chuck's.
I don't know why I laughed.
100% sips on that one, guys. So shout out to that. But he goes, "Yeah, please come on in." And as you open the door, it almost seems like where old, like a farmer's market, like food would be on shelves, is just a plethora of little trinkets and devices and rocks and just varying items of local stuff. But as you guys look around, you can give me an investigation check to see what you find.
Sure. Why is dang, I'm rolling so good.
Dang, you're rolling so good.
I would like to like
22.
Why am I so perfect? Oh,
so good.
I am balancing it. I rolled a natural one.
Natural one.
I'm just enamored with everything around me. at the
Like,
moment.
wow, you got potions of healing, and you got like normal, player's handbook items. It's like kind of a little trading post.
You said investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, 18.
18.
22.
20.
Nice. 22, 20, and 20. Okay. Zachary, you come across a glove that seems to add an extra finger to give advantage on lockpicking. Is a device you come across. Meikai, you see a couple jars of slightly colored bees. And they seem to have a
Bees?
different color to them. Yes, like buzzing bees. He goes, "Oh, these are quite interesting. Actually, we've spliced them and actually grown them with another element that we've seen, that they actually sting you for curing poison instead of an actual like hurting. The sting, it's still being workshopped. Actually, it's
They're dead?
No, you see them like flying around in the jars. They got little like poked holes at the top. But the bees.
Yeah, so you
It
cut them in
healed.
half and stick them.
No. Like,
Oh, you get stung by one of them.
yeah.
Well, no. I know that you said splice them to like
Right, you like cross germinate them.
cross. You mean you breed them? Cross breeding.
Exactly. Yes.
Germinating is for plants.
Sure. It's about the same. It's all about the pollen.
I
There
just
goes
have
her
an
discount.
image of a bee butt and a bee head, and you just put them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you know it's over your head, obviously. Let's continue on.
Yeah. Well, I didn't need a low roll. Turns out.
No, that's good. Kahu, as you're walking up, you kind of like grab a clock that has an extra hand on it, and you go, "What's this one for?" Jervis goes, "That's just a clock with the second hand on it.
Oh, what's a clock?
It tells time."
Ooh. But isn't that what that's for? And I point to the sky at the sun.
Oh dear. Yeah, but when the lights are out or it's cloudy and you need something that just tells the time, similar to the stars but through gears.
But the stars tell me my time too. And then if the clouds are up, then like
Kahu, it's for precise timing.
Exact timing. You're not like it's kind of like noon, and then it's.
why would you need to know precise time?
How long something took to happen. You could know exactly.
Or you're making like a date.
Or if
Like a-
clouds are covering the sun or stars.
Yeah, but life still goes on without this.
You don't have to buy
That's a
it.
very deep, ethical, philosophical question that you're answering this one. You surprise me with your lack of knowledge, but your very deep insight and intellectual questions as well. You intrigue me. Yes, you do. Anyways, moving on. You guys also find a multi-length view telescope that can like see at very far distances, almost like a sniping scope, essentially.
Did I find that? You didn't tell me what I found.
You find a fine spider that can record sound and play back, but this is more of a mechanical one.
What?
It's a mechanical spider,
I'm
but it
not
can
the only
record
one.
sound and play it back. I never said any of these were very, like, worthwhile. Some of these are just ideas we threw at the wall to see
They're
if we could do.
interesting.
I'm like-
no, I
I'm-
think they're interesting.
I'm just like looking at it, and then I like tap something, and then record it.
And then, you press the other button, and then it just taps back.
I like hand it to Zach, and I sign.
It's supposed to,
This would be
it's
useful
more or
for
less like
anyone but me.
saying stuff into it, but
I mean, it's very impressive to record sound like that and keep it there.
and she presses it, and I ask if you press it again, and she goes, and that's very impressive if you record it and keep it there like that. You just hear Zachary's voice come right back out.
Wow.
And I
It
said,
sounds
I
just-
feel like this would be good for anyone but me.
True.
Probably true.
In another section, Meikai, you find what seems to be what seemed to be like a large, long tube with a stock that goes to your shoulder, and you can aim down it. He calls it a wand.
Killed it what?
It's sort of a wand, but like easier for targeting. It has something you can aim with. It's a firebolt wand of sorts. But I've found that I'm really not dexterous with my aiming. I think it was
Nice.
okay. Well, the gods thought it was great.
And I just want to like look at it.
Yeah, you look, and it's actually like a wand that seems to be built into like a wooden, almost like rifle butt that you could aim and shoot.
Like a spell through?
But, yeah,
Or shoot it.
it seems like you could
So, firebolt.
shoot a spell of a firebolt.
I just didn't. I'm confused by these. I'm sorry.
Zach's
This
just
is
like,
just-
These are like, just think of like low level magic items. These are like common level magic items essentially.
I know,
that
but I
are
wasn't
tinkered.
sure if it was one like you have to shoot the spell through it as
No.
a bonus, or if it's like there's a built-in spell
No,
already.
it's a wand of a firebolt, but with a like
Okay.
a aiming device with it.
Can I,
You
like,
should give it a
can I-
try.
Yeah, I want to like sign. Can I try?
No, certainly not unless you're gonna buy it. There's only 6 charges and it's done.
I like put it back.
I'm sorry.
don't worry, nice. I have infinite charges. of
Right,
that.
Karis just kind of like slides over a coin. She goes, "Let them have their fun." Like, oh, sorry. All right. Well, it's once it's out, it's out. I'm just saying.
I
You-
want to see this.
please don't shoot it inside. There's very flammable things in here.
Oh, really?
You can look around. And you see there's like chemical vats and like tubing and everywhere. There's a couple clinking from like a back room, but you haven't seen anybody yet. Kahu, as you continue with your amazing investigation check, you walk over and then there's like a pair of scissors, and you're just like, "What about these?" And Jervis just like, "Bob's Clippers." That's all they do. They're just more finessed, you know.
You mean instead of using a knife?
Exactly. It's a little bit more precise, just like the clock. More for precise things, you know?
Kahu, you don't have scissors where you're from either?
We have knives.
These are like 2 knives that you can like accurately like snip snip.
I mean, like,
I'm gonna look at the glove and see what the price tag is on there.
Sure. The 50 gold.
50 gold. Is that before the discount?
That seems to be before the discounts. It looks like there's a price tag on these.
Okay.
Zachary, as you're looking at this, though, right next to it seems something that might pique your interest. A pen has a clickable top in click and change. It seems to write in 3 different languages. So it takes common, you can write common, but it writes it in Elvish, Giant, or Halfling.
Is it like one of those pens with a bunch of...
transposes it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Can you like choose? Is it like one of those pens where it had like a bunch of different inks on it and you can just like choose it?
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
That's fun.
You said giant, halfling, and what?
Elvish.
Elvish.
Elvish, okay. And there's a price tag on this too?
That one is 20 gold.
20 gold.
That looks really cool.
Good sir. I like these. These are amazing inventions.
Oh, splendid!
Who knew a gift?
Oh,
You've made these.
well, see, I made the glove, but my son back there made the pens. He's very good at his work. But,
You both are quite gifted then.
oh, you see a little bit of a blush, and he goes, "Stop it! They're nothing special."
Are you kidding me? These are quite special.
I like this one. I like this one.
Do you have anything for like entertaining little kids?
Oh, there's a spinning top, and he like spins it, and then doesn't stop.
It's really
I look
cool.
at. I did Katrina and Iris come. I like look at them to see if they're impressed.
Yeah.
how do you
They're
stop
like-
it?
Like, cool. Oh, I mean, until you stop it
Neat.
yourself, but you know, it won't stop on its own.
Gotcha.
There's a gaming device. We got backgammon and chess over here. Not sure what you two like. Iris is like, I kind of, that wand looks really cool. Zach, can I try it out?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I mean, did Bry buy one shot with it?
Bri bought like one wand for you guys.
Oh, a whole one?
Yeah, like a
Bought
whole one.
wand?
Yeah.
Oh, and Ice would have definitely shot with it then.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like, you have
outside.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just bought one shot. I was confused.
No,
I felt
no,
bad
he-
using one shot.
No. It's,
Oh, I'll like be like. I'll
you
still
have
be
to
like,
buy the
Iris-
wand, and the wand comes with 6 shots.
Oh, okay. I'm done here then. I write to Iris. Do you want to go shoot this?
Yeah, and she's like already going out the door with you before she
You
even
two go
checks
ahead.
Zachary's She's not even checking Zachary's permission. Katrina's like, that sounds dangerous, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, Anais will watch over. So.
I ask if Katrina wants to go, though. I like, right, you want to go?
I'm okay. Don't burn anything down.
Zach, does Iris have a, like, fire fascination?
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, but there's a line when it becomes uncool.
Iris and Zachary, new members to the Pyro Club.
Pyro Club!
She's young, but she's careful. She was
Okay.
shooting a bow earlier, and she's doing really good, so I think she'll be fine.
Okay.
Liv, we'll see.
I'm gonna go find a safe place to shoot it without anything going up in flames.
Sharing the backyard is the barracks here, and it's literally just called the barracks. But they have like a target range behind with like, it kind of looks like elves that got pointed ears. It's a little awkward, but they do have targets on them as well. But they look really mean and like teethy.
Is there someone I can ask to use a target?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
15.
15? Sure. Yeah, there's kind of like a younger guard that's kind of sitting there with his like helmet. Seems to be a little bit too big for him. And their armor is a little silver with kind of that gold sash, just like the herald had. Oh, can I help you? And Iris goes, we're gonna shoot the wand. They said it's all right.
And Iris is like writing out, and it says, "We just bought this. We're very excited to use it. Can we please use one of your targets?"
Sure. If Gerber says it's all right.
So I turned to Iris, and I just kind of motion like, "Do you want to do it first,
Iris is looking at the wand the wrong way at the moment.
Okay, I like take it, and I'll figure it out first before. All right.
Oh, okay.
Then I like kind of show her like a motion, like this is how you hold it.
Do you know how to hold a rifle?
No, I'm playing confidence. We'll see how well I do.
Roll me an intelligence roll.
I mean, he showed, right? He
did show me a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Not saying it's a hard DC.
10.
It's just the DC you needed. Hopefully there won't be any
We're kind of
kickback.
close here.
Sure. Yeah, you're kind of like able to hold it in, and it does seem to help your aim with this as well, the way he's built it. So I will give you a dexterity check as if you're shooting an arrow with a +2.
If it's a bow, I already have like a +2. Do you want me to just use that? Or?
No, because it's different. They can just, the twos will cancel each other out.
Sure, okay. That sounds good. 14.
14, yeah, it's a target. It's good enough.
Yeah.
You take a shot, and a little bit more with more kickback than you're thinking. A little firebolt shot comes out, and roll me 2d10.
2d10? 7.
7, yeah. It hits the shoulder and just singes up the elf target, and Iris is like, oh, so cool. She's like, can I?
Iris probably like goes back a little bit, like when she does it too, because.
Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Yeah, there's like some smoke coming out the barrel there, as it definitely seems to have aimed the wand firebolt through the tubing.
I like hand it to her and like am watching very carefully to make sure that she holds it right.
She's a smart kid.
To correct.
Looks
yeah,
like
to like correct her, but looks like she's doing good.
You kind of like corrected her elbow a little bit because she was like trying to. It was a little too wobbly, and she kind of puts it in her shoulder. She'll go for an attack. You see, just as the last second, as she's aiming a little bit off, she double pulls the trigger, and it seems to blast back. She's able to kind of get out of the way, but the smoke and soot kind of blows back. She rolled a 2, which is a misfire on this thing. That was amazing. So yeah, the roof across the street is slightly on fire. As she missed the target, and then the rest of it is kind of like blasted back as, yeah. And so her face is covered with soot now. Oh no! Nice, look, what do we do?
Is it really far away?
No, it's like 10 feet over and just the roof up.
Okay. Do I have water? I don't have water. Anything.
This is a real-time event. The fire's slowly spreading.
So I like nudge the guard.
Oh! Ah! And he starts ringing a bell. He's like, get the fire bucket! Quickly enough, they're able to put it out. There's a big old corner of the smith's greens that is now a little suited up and burnt. And Iris is kind of like, I think some of my eyebrows gone.
I'm like, probably after like we kind of help put out this fire, I'm probably like cleaning off her face a little bit.
All of you guys hear a boom and then boom boom ah outside, and then a ringing of a bell, and someone screams fire.
You're muted, Mark.
I'm gonna say I'll be right back with the items down and run outside.
I'm gonna run outside too.
And Jervis is like, not hear about this one. But they bought it. It's just out of my hands. Yeah, you guys go on.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, Anais is like really quickly trying to rub down Iris, and there's soot kind of falling out from her hair and her face. And
What happened? Prestidigitation off the soot.
oof, oh, thanks. Sorry.
Kind of looks at Iris like with a look, kind of like, what did happen? Like,
I don't know. I wanted to see how many. Like, I wanted to see how quick it could shoot, and it kind of poofed back at me. Oh yeah.
I just point to the roof a little bit.
There is the chance of misfire with those. They do aim, but they're a little unstable.
All right. Well, at least you're not hurt.
And
Look at Anais.
Anais, as you look at the wand and the gun thing, you do see where there were 6 little red dots. There's now 3.
Yeah, I just kind of like hold my hand out, like it's time for me to hold this right now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm cool. That's great. I like bows better.
Yeah, keep practicing with the bow,
Okay.
and I'll take care of this. And I'll like point my staff, and I'm gonna fire a fireball at the target.
Sure. Go to roll me an attack.
Misfires
That's
to the
another
house.
fun fire.
Yeah, no,
I
that
hope.
is a 24 to hit.
We're
24.
painting the town red.
It takes the head off of this little elf target thing, as you're able to send
No look, just
stream ones. Yep. Very
And
well
Ice
done.
just kind of smirking at him. Like,
practice
Oh,
with less dangerous things next time.
fine.
and Ice signs to him better than last time when you did the firebolt.
I didn't try to do the twist thing this time.
It's all on the wrist.
Last time he
The
was one that set
Pokemon
stuff
Go
on fire.
twist. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
And Ice like holds this out. You like kind of like, do you want to try it?
Me?
It's different.
No, I don't. You can keep it. You might need it.
She keeps it. She thinks it's fun.
All right.
And then
It looks like
lastly,
fun.
as you guys are in, you do see a pile of more Phoenix journals.
What'd you say?
Oh,
Sorry.
Phoenix journals.
Yep. Phoenix. Phoenix
I heard
journals.
more. I heard more Phoenix. More Phoenix.
More Phoenix.
Is what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like,
Phoenix journals in the
Thank
shop.
you.
How much are they?
10 gold.
I want to buy one.
Okay. Yeah, anything here is on a 10% discount. So 9
I
gold.
have a
Does that mean
question.
9.
Yes.
I did it. Okay.
Do you have a bag that, or like a pouch that can like preserve some food?
Like a bag of colding.
If that's a thing, yeah, I guess.
Oh, it is.
I just want to keep some food and snacks good.
Sure. Hold on. Let me see. Reginald. And coming back, it's just a short little guy. He's got like these 3 levels of glasses, and he's kind of seems to be tinkering with some stuff. He's like, "Oh, hey, Dad, what's up? Oh, we have visitors. Hi, I'm Reginald.
Hello, I'm Makai.
They're looking for a bag of holding to keep things
Holding?
cold, like holding. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I changed one of the bags here. Here you go. Tosses one over to you.
How much is it?
Bardicdice goes, "Don't worry, I'll pay for this one. On me."
Oh, okay. Thanks. I spilled water on a lot of things just now.
Thanks for the hydrate sass. We just had to spill it over character sheets and everything.
Yep.
So I will
Well, thank you,
grab
Sass.
the 2 items, the pen and the glove, and just I feel like I can't leave without purchasing these 2 fantastic items.
What's the glove?
It will help with lockpicking.
Oh, that's nice.
Glove that adds an extra finger to give advantage on lockpicking. It's like a little glove, kind of like with an extra thing that holds the lock and helps you hold it a little easier.
And now we can keep all of our rations that can be now they can be cold, so that's good.
It's fine. We know you're gonna fill it with cookies.
Yes I am.
How much for these 2 items, sir?
For you, 30.
Wonderful. I appreciate it.
Right here, just kind
Hands
of gives him a
over 30.
little wink.
How much for this clock thingy?
Oh,
Shake it.
oh dear, you can have it. That's just, it's not a trinket, it's just in the store. You can have it. It's okay. He
Don't
just kind of
shake
gives
the
you a little
clock,
pat on the
Kahu.
back.
Don't shake it.
To be fair, though, if you could teach me things about navigation in the stars, I think that'd be a fair trade.
Make a sky clock.
I've been, well, that's kind of what I call it. I've been trying to map out the stars, but do it inside. Haven't been able to
You mean,
accomplish
like-
that yet.
That would be interesting. It's like when I'm up in the caverns, the top of the mountain, and it's open to the thing. It's like you're inside, but really the open sky is all you see.
It's,
Would Hanazuka have anything like an observatory? Any kind of stuff like that? Not like a
like on,
planetarium.
like
I mean,
on
like
paper, but nothing that's like light based. Yeah, he's trying to like map it to a gem where the light could like shine out like shadows on the wall.
Oh.
Like those little miniature homemade planetariums.
Yeah. Glow in the dark stars that are on the ceiling.
Yeah, Kahu totally got the oh bless your heart. Oh, buddy.
Don't shake the clock though, Kahu. I'm serious.
I hear something in there.
Yeah, that's supposed to be. If you keep shaking it, it's going to stop.
Oh, no. We built it better than that. You could shake it around all you want. Pretty indestructible, if I say so myself.
Threw it on the ground.
I was about to say you could try if you want.
Well, how does it work?
Well,
You can show
there's
me later.
things like
It's just
gears
fascinating.
inside, and it uses on a spring system, but with the gem that powers it, you don't have to recrank it afterwards. It will last quite some time until the magic runs out on the rocks. Precarious, actually, these are many of the rocks that you sent us, that you had been studying. Precarious, like, fascinating. And he kind of is like looking, at other devices, and he's like looking at the rocks. And
Oh, this is all really cool.
I need like a chain or something so I can put it on me.
Do you mean like a pocket clock? Is that more what you're looking for?
Pocket watch.
Do they have those?
I actually do. If he like reaches out one that's a little bit more, it's a little bit more of a pocket version of what you're looking for. This is more in your style.
Wait, I thought they all came in this size.
No, that's just so you can see it easier and they make more noise. This is what you could put in a pocket with a little chain.
Well, that'd be much easier to travel with, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's the point of them.
There's also giant clock towers. Those are a thing.
That is a thing.
I think that was a new Organia.
They're trying to like yell at everybody what they're supposed to be doing.
No, it just tells you the time.
Well, it's good for watches, though, to switch watch,
But yeah, this is kind of neat. If you don't mind, I would like the smaller one.
Sure, yeah, sure. Gold or silver? These are a little bit more harder to make, so it is 30 gold for them, but I do have a couple different styles.
Maybe I'll go for a silver one. I imagine those are a little bit more budget friendly.
Sure. Hey.
Silver seems more in your color palette too.
Coming from your artist.
Yeah.
There, she's silver. That's all I'm saying.
Anaya
I will
seems
not have
more-
your watch clash with your outfit.
Yeah. Anaya and Zach are more warmer tones and more golds. You and I are more silvers.
How much for the watch?
25 gold.
25.
You seem like you'd take care of it. But in return, you teach me about the stars tonight.
That's fair. I wouldn't mind understanding a little bit about how this works so that
Don't put it in water.
maybe a crash course on how to tinker with it a little bit or something similar.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a intelligence roll. And I'm also going to double it up with a dexterity roll.
And that.
One roll for both, or
No, it's two different rolls. I'm gonna sipsify this like aisles. We'll make it a double roll.
my rolls are so bad tonight. That's a 7 and a 6.
Okay, yeah,
It's broken.
not bad.
I have not rolled above a 10 tonight on the die.
The
Use
problem
my dice.
the problem that you're running into is that the tools and the screws and the gears for this watch are halfling sized, and you're already a larger than normal a Kalishtar. So you are having a little bit of dexterous trouble. It's not like forging and blacksmithing where it's more hammer and force. This is a very finesse, and you're having a little trouble. You understand the core concept to an extent, but you're not quite sure how the springs and the gears and the gem are working, quite frankly.
Do you have like a how-to guide that I could play with while I'm traveling around?
Unfortunately not. It's more of like an apprenticeship thing more than a book series, but I might start on that now that you say that.
Because I would be interested in that.
How to for dummies. Not that I'm calling you a dummy, but for people that don't know what it is, I could do a series based on it. How's that?
That could be a good idea.
I'm thinking.
I'll share with you navigation stuff tonight, though, and maybe you can give me some pointers on what to start trying to figure out with this, and I can try to scale it to my size.
I can certainly try. He doesn't seem very confident that he's going to be able to teach you, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, you guys, if there's any other thing you want from like a player's handbook, trading store level as well, armor, potions. Weren't you two trying to make armor for Anais at one?
That was a thing, but then they found the smoldering armor, so they don't really need to anymore.
It's not the good
I
armor.
thought you
Oh,
guys
right.
even
Yeah.
said something after that while you guys were in Oaksford.
Oh, you said that?
Yes, me and
I
Zach
need
are
armor.
thinking we are going to work on it.
I need armor at some point.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it
Oh.
was. Yeah. So there's that. If you guys want to work on that too.
A
I feel
nice
like I'm a little
Zach.
tall for their armor.
Probably. Do you guys have clocks? Where are you from? Yeah, I thought
I
so.
guess.
Okay.
Especially
Those are-
Celestier.
Pretty
Yeah, well,
commonly
yeah.
used.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. It's actually
Now we're all on the same clock page. Identifying character.
it's the only thing Anais actually says.
Yeah, that's how she
We've
breaks
all-
the silence.
We've all synchronized our time here together.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't think I have anything.
I'll just
Here.
stand in the main court, just take a scan of anything that looks interesting or very much stands out to me.
Sure.
I think you want those bees, Zach.
Besides that, I mean, you guys see the harbor where there's like the barges and kind of like the sailor, the kind of fishing side of things. Pig mill, which is more of the farmer's side. They just have like a nice open park and garden area, like a large area for people to kind of mill about. There's a guild hall just for different trades. The Sneed's Seed and Feed, formerly known as Chuck's. Smith's Greens, which is more of like the food market, and the Dancing Stone, which is where he came from, and then the barracks. So, kind of a simple life that they have just kind of held. And then there's kind of the housing around the edges and some upper ones where you could tell some of the families live and some of the councils live as well. There is a forge there, an armorsmith there as well, Kaho, if that's something you guys wanted to work on. There is that.
Yeah, Zach did mention wanting to work on that.
Woo, house party! Let's do it. Let's welcome our new friend.
Me.
Amazing. As I turn off my alerts.
Oh.
So, but yeah, that is kind of the observations of kind of the artificer's little shop in Gerbus, what he wants. Is there anything else specific you guys do for the night?
I guess is there like something that you can have that's like a collar for a dog that's like reflective so I can find him at night?
I'm sure we could come up with something for that, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, he pretty easily kind of comes up with some sort of like gemmed collar thing that kind of have the light stones that you could light up if you were to do that, you know, ahead of time. So
Yeah.
a little less reflective, more lighting. So
Okay, that works. Perfect. Thank you.
yeah. Anything else you guys
Zach,
have?
Zach, what exactly are you looking for armor?
Just something lightweight. I don't want it to be too restrictive.
All right, let's take a look at the Armorsmith Suit they've got.
Okay.
I mean, this armor smith doesn't seem to be nearly as skilled as what you're used to, Kyle, and you could even probably make better than what he has. But pretty much anything in the player's guide is what they have here for you. But
Do you want to try to make something with some resources?
I'm gonna say you do have resources. You could also buy some resources to try and make something.
That's what you were gonna do, is make something.
Well, let's figure out a fit for you. We can figure out exactly what you want out of this, and then we can try making something with some Zach flair.
Okay.
So I'll ask the armorer if we can try some pieces on, and also see if we might be able to rent out the forge and some materials, buy some materials from them.
Sure. You actually have the herald that comes by and kind of assists you in that. Basically, a giant's bane is kind of taking over the bill to allow you to use that. The guy seems a little disgruntled of being kicked out of his own forge, or being stepped aside as like a help. And it's like, whatever, have at it. Just don't break anything.
Can you help me?
You want me to be secondhand in my own forge?
Well, I mean, Garrick Stone would always help. I mean, he's did a lot to help me learn.
Have at it, buddy. And then he's like, I'm going on break. Then basically just hands
okay.
over the forge to you.
All right, the first time on my own here, Zach. So
Okay.
wish me luck.
What are you trying to make?
Guidance.
Yeah, what kind of armor are you trying to go for?
What, Zach? Which one
I
did you
mean,
like when we were trying stuff on?
Studded leather would probably be the route I'd go.
Okay, that's what I will work on then.
Yeah, the leather's pretty easy to find. And then you have some of the ore that you had previously. Do you want to use some of that, or are you trying to buy more like stuff
I'll
here?
use some of the ore that we have because we have some pretty nice ore on us.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that being said, it is going to take a little bit longer to work the ore into it. But instead of it being like 45 gold worth of resources, it only costs 15 just to get the leather that you need for it. And if you want, you can spend a little extra to get like some higher end leather, but this is just kind of serviceable, functional leather. How extravagant are you going for?
Yeah, how much do you want to put in, Zach? I'll put in a little bit extra to up it a little.
I mean, you tell me what you need from me. I'll help you out.
So we'll pull 15 base from him. How much would it be for a little bit nicer?
Yeah, if I would say about 35 for like some really nice level leather. It's not going to give like an armor set bonus. This is just kind of like upping the quality of the leather and the easiness to work with. It would probably
lower
it would potentially lower the DC, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit more favorable to work with.
Said it was 35.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to try to work with
that's
this
included?
leather,
that's including that 15 as well, by the way.
Oh, right. So it's not 15 plus 35.
Right. 35 total.
Yeah. Do you want? I think I can work with this better, but I can probably make this one work. This one's kind of be more on our budget, I think. How are you feeling? Because you're the one who's going to be wearing this more than me. Actually, you're the sole person who's going to be wearing this, let's be honest.
Is it too much money for you or something?
I've got a little bit left, but that pocket watch kind of set me back a little further than I was thinking.
What do you need? I can just pay for it. It's going to save my life, so...
I can cover 15 of it.
Okay, here's 20.
I will get to work on it.
Perfect. So you guys spend the better half of the afternoon working on it. Go ahead and give me
I will assist him and guidance him.
Sure. Yeah, if you just kind of sit around with him and guidance him at specific moments. Go ahead and give me a... Forging is typically what? Does it say what the stats based on?
It says tools. It doesn't tell you which stat. I think we've been using strength. Because there's Smith's tools, right? For forging.
Yeah.
So I think we've just been using strength for it.
Go ahead and give me... Yeah, just 2 rolls of strength and proficiency. 2 separate rolls. I'll give it with strength because you've been practicing. I can't, yeah. I was thinking Dex, like putting together the actual armor set of it, or like the look of it, but
So the first one was a 16. And the second one was a 23.
Music.
Do you get the D4 in there too?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, the strength one was pretty easy. That was just kind of you forging down the ore and the metal and kind of working it. And between all of that, Zachary and you kind of assist in a little bit of some of the imagery and carving and it's kind of the stitching that you kind of wanted to go with it. And between the two of you, you make a really fine set of studded leather armor that kind of fits Zachary perfectly and even has kind of that same little motif that the Celestia scarf has as well.
Well,
Nice.
that's worked me up an appetite, I'd say. Hopefully that will meet your needs for the time being.
Yeah, should be good. Hopefully not die now.
Well, we've been hoping that the whole time, I think. Kind of pat you on the back.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did they have a bro moment?
Seem like it.
I'll clean up the forge and make my way back to the tavern so I can clean up.
Yeah, you get a little bit of an eye and a raised eyebrow at the studded leather that he's wearing. You're like, it's all right. It's pretty good, I guess. Clearly outdone the skill of this forger whatsoever, just based on the skill level that Garrick and you got to. So, but yeah, so you guys kind of spend the rest of the afternoon. If there's anything specific, you can stop me. But dinner is delightful, and you guys kind of just are able to spend a nice evening indoors by the fire. Some of the townspeople come speak to you, and pretty simple, restful evening for you. Anything else you guys want to do?
Play with my sisters till we go.
Cool. Kaho, you take a little bit of time to show Jervis some navigational starlighting. It's still cloudy night tonight, so not too much is done.
I know some tricks to help with that.
There you go.
I would probably do an alarm on the girls' room.
Okay.
Not on mine.
Sure. We'll go ahead and set that there. Is it audible or in your head?
In my head.
In your head?
Mm-hmm.
You
And
could
it
also
allows anybody to come in that we like.
Yeah. Any of you guys are fine.
Mhm.
I think you can also allow it to play in anybody else's head too, or can you designate who it plays in their heads with?
Oh.
I feel like it
Either out.
does.
It's her head or audible.
Yeah, I think it's just her head. I remember
Oh,
looking
just
this up
mine.
when the assassin was coming in because I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right.
so I was like specifically asking her what she was doing for it. So I was like, nice. Glad no one else will hear.
I mean, I'm set up in their room too, so I don't know if you are going to leave it just in your head or.
Well, you'll probably see me I come in and then I sign to you. I'm gonna do a thing where it alerts if the people try to come in for them.
Just you or what?
Do you want it to be really loud so everyone hears, or do you want it to be in my head? So
I mean, if somebody else is breaking into my sister's room, let's bring the whole town running to find out who the creep is who's breaking into my sister's room.
Yeah, make a point.
Okay. Well, sign.
Starts over.
Yeah. 2 spell slots, fine.
Perfect.
It's all set up.
You guys keeping watch, or is everyone just kind of falling asleep restfully?
I fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm just going to sleep.
All right.
Yeah.
I would probably stay up for a little bit, but I would get a full rest, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would be watching. So.
All right. Rest of you kind of go to fall asleep, and I said about an hour or two go by, and you hear creaking on the wood outside your door at some point. And then there's a
Wanna
knock.
On my door?
Mhm.
Okay. Like, open it slowly.
Put your hands up, and it's Bricarius with a one of those gun rifles.
In his wheelchair?
Yeah. No, I thought.
Signs you bought one too.
Heck yeah, dude! I gotta protect myself with this wheelchair. He's like, even there's a little like bucket nearby. You see about 3 of them. He's like, I got myself protected.
Amazing. She signs I like it. And she like opens the door like
I saw that you were still up. The candlelight was rolling. Are you okay? Why aren't you sleeping?
he just kind of opens the door so you can come in.
Oh, you said you opened the door?
Yeah, so he just can come in.
Sure. He kind of wheels himself in.
And she closes it. She just signs, I just am nervous to go back, I guess.
I understand that.
I was hoping that the giants, halflings, I was hoping they'd have a whole thing that we'd delay getting there for like the week or something.
I don't think there's anything delaying us. Why are you worried?
I don't want to see the house. I don't think I don't know. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see the town. I didn't want to see the town or as it was, and it seems now it's even worse because that's not even how I'll remember it.
Oh, I get that. Sounds like it would be one of the last places they might look, though.
I feel bad if I have to leave you there, too. I don't think you want to stay there any more than I would.
Yes and no. I have good memories there, too. I don't think I can keep up with you all. You don't need to be worrying about me and protecting me. Zachary's sisters. You guys are really going to be heading to all these places. It could get dangerous at times. I'd just be slowing you down. But you're a lot stronger than you think, you know that. Look how far you've come already. How much you've survived.
I mean, some of me just doesn't want to leave you alone, and some of me also doesn't want to be without you either.
What did I already tell you? You're never alone. Like, pokes right above your heart. Not to mention, I still got these.
There's just stones he's talking about. She takes out the stone and says in her head, because I think she was signing before, she takes out and says in her head to him, I don't think these work past a certain distance.
Not right now, they don't. I'm working with Jervis. I was
Okay.
actually thinking of... I believe Zachary had something. I'm using it that one day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, Jervis and I might be able to empower these, which will work a little bit better. To make a little bit of a trade. That way, if I need to get a hold of you all, I can. But you guys can use these as needed.
Wait, so you'd take what? And I would take what?
His stones are limited to one reply only. These you can have
Yeah.
a continued conversation for up until the conversation's over, at least once per day.
It goes between the two?
It will.
Oh,
That's
I see.
what we're going to try and build.
Oh.
My little gift to
Okay.
all of you, especially Zachary. I know he's trying to find his family, and I understand what family means.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of you all to be able to reach out to your home. Who's got a family? Meikai's got some that she hasn't heard from.
Sorry. Out of character. I'm really confused. I don't know what it is about these magic items that's just killing me.
Long story
So-
short, you guys have a walkie-talkie system now, but it's like limited
Yes.
to distance.
Yes. Yes.
He's trying to empower it with Jervis and him to
Mhm.
basically turn it into a sending stone for once per day that can function the same, but it's still like a once per day thing. But right now, Zachary's stuff is limited to like you send a message and a reply, and that's it. This would allow you to continue a conversation for to a certain time limit once per day.
I think what's tripping me up though is that it goes between two of them, right?
They're empowering it. They're gonna turn them into sending stones, essentially.
So we could send them to whoever we want. So then we just have 2 extra sending stones to send to whoever we wanted. Okay, so they don't become together anymore; they're separate.
Right.
Okay, that's what was tripping me up. I was like, wait, but how can we talk?
But
to other
I have a
people?
walkie-talkie with you. I want it with you.
I was there with you, so I'm glad for the cover because I was thinking the same thing. It was
good.
like,
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. That makes
You get free and unlimited texting between these 2 stones, but besides that,
yes.
it's roaming
Okay.
for everybody else.
It's working.
But
Okay, that's cool.
that's where at least
Okay.
trying that at least. That
Do you
way,
have to stay here longer to figure it out?
no, it should be done by morning. Staying
Oh,
up, I can
okay.
sleep while you pull the cot.
Or you could take a whole extra day and then we don't have to give.
That's not how it works, darling. Sorry, darling is Sai, not Bri. So that was weird. Sorry.
hi, Sai.
Hello.
Welcome.
How you
Oh my
doing?
gosh!
My bad.
He's supposed to be dead.
He came here instead.
I was talking to someone else, and they said this. Oh, Lit was saying, I think that it was like you kind of had the voice, but then Darling came out. You're like, oh, wrong character. Like, there's certain
Yeah.
like phrases that they say, but no, I mean, of course, just you all have been so courageous. What you're doing, there's no reason to look back. Push forward. Are you sure you're okay?
I guess. I just probably just need to get it over with.
Well, I know I went through my thing. I left you there alone for a while, but you're not doing this alone.
You think when we get there and if the house is still intact, like I could just go through it by myself first? I just don't really want anybody to see me.
I'll take them to my place.
Okay.
I think they'll understand.
Yeah, that might work better.
I wish they were still here with.
Yeah. I miss them. It's nice being around Zach's sisters, but sometimes it makes me miss them more.
Well, we will make up for everything that has crossed them. Let them rest in peace. Don't lose yourself in the journey, okay?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
You still have a life to live. You still have a chance to honor their memories, carry on what they wanted, they could do. the joy that your brother and sister brought to you. Losing that would let losing that smile die along with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to do what I can to help people. That's about all I can focus on.
Wow. You're doing a great job. I'm proud of you. You got a closed off city to open its doors again, to see that there is people out there that want it good and not harm. It's not a easy feat.
Maybe. Thanks. I think it was mostly Dad that did that one.
But it's through you that your dad, his work can go on. Right?
Yeah.
Took
I
us
didn't know he
years to
got
get in
around
with
so
this.
much.
Around this area he did.
Just knows, like, everyone I talk to knows him.
I think the farther away you go from home, the least you'll find that is true.
Yeah.
Go up to Triton. Carlos didn't know anything.
It's true. Brad, do you have an extra bed in your room?
I believe so.
I need to sleep in your room.
Sure.
Okay. She takes all her stuff and she goes into his room.
Sure. Yeah, there's it's not as set up, but you can quickly set up a secondary bed in there. All right. You guys all end up going to bed. The night's pretty quiet. Nice. You do not wake up with any sort of alarms, Zachary. There are no audible alarms that go off in that room. And surprisingly, a few of you guys do have old returning dreams, but nothing of visions or nightmares. And I think that's where we'll end tonight's session. We'll go ahead and end it a little early, and then in the morning, you guys can decide if you're heading off to Solistarum or if you have any other business. Yeah, you guys did good. This was fun. Thank you guys so much again for the wonderful, wonderful time. We all love telling the story for Fates United here. For all of you, and for making everything that's been growing here on this channel and the Discord and all of our friends going. Especially with the brand new intro song. I'm super excited. I've been waiting to premiere this for like a month now, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's been really hard waiting, and I was trying to be sneaky with animating it on stream.
Yeah, that was like,
I was just doing it for fun.
that was
It's for
super
fun.
sneaky. Super sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go see if anyone is on besides Haas, because we're not going to go raid Haas. So Dog Haas just followed me, so everyone welcome Dog Haas and his friends. Whatever.
Hello.
Anyways, so
Goodbye.
let's see who is on, or if we can find a new friend. As always, let's go find a new friend. I don't see anybody on. This seems interesting. Sure, why not? Perception Studio Blades in the Dark. I think we've actually followed them before, so. Thank you guys so much. We'll go ahead and start this raid as always. Perception, did I say studio? Yeah. As always, thank you guys so much. We'll send the Bardic Barrage over there, and as you guys show love to each other and to us, let's show love and hype for them as well. We build this community. Stick with us. I'll be gone this weekend, so I won't be as active in the Discord. Who knows? Maybe I'll be bored and I'll be super active in the Discord. But I'll be back Sunday for the return of the Beacon Babies on Marquee Gaming or Beacon's Aura. So definitely come check that out. We'll have a whole lot of fun there. And see what kind of shenanigans they get into. All right. I love you guys. Thank you all. Be safe. Love each other. See you guys later.
Mwah. Ooh, fancy.